All right, so this next part, we're going to be learning how to multiply two-digit by two-digit numbers. So just like we multiplied four-digit by one digit, we got to do two-digit by two-digit. Now, we still need to use that area model, okay? But the area model is going to look just a tad bit different. So when we do the area model, normally, when we did it before, we just had one box, but now we need to have four boxes. Okay, it was just one box with four different, but now we need to have two rows. Okay, because we have two digits on each side. So again, we need to break it up by the standard or the expanded form. So the expanded form of 28 is 20 plus 8. The expanded form of 16 is 10 plus 6. So then we're taking that and we're going to multiply them together. And then we're going to add, just like we did with the other model. So, how this works is we have 20 times 10 is 200. Okay. 20 times 10 is 200. Because if I take the 2 times the 1, okay, that's 2. And then I add two zeros, it's 200. 20 plus 6 is 20, is 2 times 6 is 12. Add a 0, it's 120. 8 times 10 is 80, and 8 times 6 is 48. So then once I have all of those numbers together, I add them. So I just go 200 plus 80 plus 120 plus 48. Right? And when you add all of those together, you get 448. Right? So now we need to do it with the partial products, So when you have 16 times 28 with the partial products, do 16 times 28, okay? So this time, I'm going to go through and I'm going to do 8 times 6 is 48. So I'm going to keep my place values there. And then 8 times 1 is 8. 80. 8 times 10, sorry, 8 times 10 is 80. Okay. Well, then I'm not finished because I've got to start the 2 now. I've done the 8. So now I've got to multiply the 2 by each digit. So the 2 times, which is 20, 20 times 6 is 120. And this 2 is actually 20. So 20 times 1, 10. 20 times 10 is 200. Add all those together, you get 448. Okay. Now, there is the standard, and then there's also this other form. This other one is called a lattice model. Now, a lattice model you may have seen already in second or third grade. But again, you draw a box, you draw four squares in that box, but then you draw lines all the way diagonal through the model. And then you'll put the numbers 16 and 28. Well, then you multiply them together. So you get 6 times 2. So we're going to multiply. 6 times 2 is 12. Well, this is showing you in between the place values. Okay, so I'm going to put a 1 up here and a 2 here because this is the tens place. Okay. Well, then in this box, it's the 10 and the ones. Then I'm going to do 8 times 10, which is, or sorry, 8 times 6, which is 48. Sorry, 8 times 6, which is 48. All right, then I will do 8 times 1, which is 8. and 2 times 1, which is 2. Well, then I add them together. So then I would get, when you add them together, get the following. You'll put 8 here, okay? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm going to put a 4 here. Carry my 1 over. 2 plus 3 plus 1 is 4. Then that's 0. Okay, so then my answer is 448. Now, another way, the last way is that standard algorithm. It's basically taking this partial products and shortening it where you won't write all of it out. You kind of do it in your head. So with that, we would have 8 times 6 is 48. Put the 8 down, carry the 4. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 4. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is 12. So I could go ahead and do 12 there. Okay. Well, then I need to do 2 times 6 is 12. But look, I need to put a 0 here as my placeholder because I don't have anything in this ones. It's gone, right? It's gone. So I had to put a 0 here. So 2 times 6 is 12. So that's 12. And then 2 times 1, sorry, it's 2. Carry my 1. 2 times 1 is 2. Plus 1 is 3. And you add them together, you get 448. So we still get the same answer no matter which way you do it. And it is your choice on how you would like to do it. So I'm going to show you another problem. You're going to pause the video. You're going to try to solve it yourself. And once you think you have your answer, go ahead and press play. And I will show you the correct answer to that problem. All right, 42 times 17. Go ahead and try that in your notebook on your dry erase board. And once you've come up with the answer, you can use any of the 4 ways I've showed you. Then you will come back here and check your answer. You may pause the video now. All right, so there are multiple ways you can solve this problem, and we're going to go through each of those ways. So the first way we could do, again, is that area model. All right, so that's where we draw that longer rectangle and the 4 lines within that rectangle. All right, and then we use the expanded form. So we have 40 plus 2, and then we have 10 plus 7. And we multiply. Right, so 10 times 40, remember, I just multiply the 4 and the 1 together, gives me 4, add the 2 zeros. So that's 400. 7 times 40 is 280. Again, 7 times 4 is 28, add a 0. 10 times 2 is 20. And 7 times 2 is 14. Take them all together, 400 plus 280 plus 20 plus 14, and you get 714. Well, let's do it another way. So you could do the partial products. Right, so with the partial products, you could do 42 times 17. All right, and if you remember, we take 7 times 2, which is 14. Okay, 7 times 2, which is 14. So we got to line up our place values. And then 7 times 40 is 280. Okay. Then we mark that off. So then we do 1 times 2 is, 10. Sorry, 10 times 2 is 20. And 10 times 40 is 400. Add all of that together. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 714. Okay. You could have done it the lattice model. Remember area model, partial products. This is the lattice model. All right. That's where you do the 4 squares. You separate, and then you put the numbers here. And remember, when you do the lattice model, you're just multiplying by the numbers itself. So 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 4 is 4. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 4 is 28. All right, so then I'll have 4. I add them up 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, but I got to carry my 1 over. 4, 5, 6, 7. I still get 714. Or the last way was the standard algorithm, 42 times 17. Okay, and when you do it that way, got 7 times 2 is 14, put down the 4, carry the 1. 7 times 4 is 28, plus 1 is 29. Put a 0 to hold this place value because now I'm going over to the tens place. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 4 is 4. And then I have 714. So you can do it any of these 4 ways. So now your assignment is to go ahead and complete the 2 problems on the assignment page. And you need to be using one of these 4 ways to solve the problem. Again, area model, partial products, lattice model, standard form, standard algorithm.